It's like I think they are. So we live now, of course. With the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We start out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yohana. Yeah, it should be. Just to make sure. Check your set. Yeah, hold on. Let me 1 second. 1 second. No. I was gonna check it for you. I just want you to check. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, it looks like it's good right there, and yeah. All right, I'm Officer 5000 Mataza Pop, man. I'm gonna be holding down tonight's class. Tonight we're gonna talk a little bit about Christ. We're gonna talk about Trump, and we're gonna talk about how you say it? You can't say the other name. You got to say Transformerism. Because Delaware, we have a new transformer in Congress. Yes, we do. When the election went down, that's what everybody fought for. They fought for a transmission in Congress, man. So, what, like transgender? You can say it like that? Okay. All right. So we got a transgender. You know, I thought that everybody was switching up the words. You don't know. I don't know what you can say nowadays. It's crazy. So, but like we have a transgender in Congress in Delaware today. All right. And there is a bill that they try to put out. Like people is not agreeing with it. People is not agreeing with it. They don't want this person to be in the bathrooms or nothing. It's crazy. But we in the last days, of course, you can easily tell. My first scripture that I'm going to go to is Luke 17. Oh, I forgot one. Luke 17 is where I'm going at first. I just got some books in the mail too, Taziyat. Yeah, just got some new books in the mail. Mm-hmm. Got the feedback. You went out, the camera went out. You gotta go back down there. Yeah, like that. I think what we gotta do is the Wi-Fi. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So if you could give me Luke chapter 17 and verse 26.
This is a book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 26. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man.
So it's comparing the days of Noah to Christ coming back, right? And so it's saying that we're in the days of Noah, the same way it was for Noah at that time is the same way it's going to be in today's time. And that's when that's when Christ is going to come, right? That's in Christ's time. Tara, what does the days of Noah mean? It says, and as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. What does that mean?
Is this before or after the flood?
The days of Noah. How was it in the days of Noah? Before the flood. The reason why, Noah's prominent because of this flood, right? So how was it in those days?
People were doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't believing Noah. They thought he was crazy and a drunk.
Right. Nobody listening, everybody doing everything that they want to do, sort of like how it is today, right? And that's what the Bible's saying. It's just like the days of Noah, so shall it also be in the days of the Son of Man. Read on.
Verse 27. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all.
Right, it was. I nod, Bob. How it is said, it was rough and lustful. That's how it is today, right? Everybody's eating, drinking, everybody's being married. You know, nobody even care about Christ. Like Christ is just a stain on the bottom of somebody's shoe right now. Like nobody cares about Christ. Everybody only cares about how they feel. We're living in the time of emotions. We're living in a time of feelings. So literally, the way somebody feel can ruin your whole life. Like if you on social media, or if you a person that has a job and you even want to be on social media and just speak out about some things that you don't agree with, you can literally be canceled. People will go and find out your name, where you live at, your job. They'll talk to your supervisor and everything and get you canceled. Go ahead.
The United States, like the First Amendment, freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm.
Why we can't say what we want to say when we want to say it? Like,
Right, because
free speech.
because free speech it's an illusion. It's an illusion. You're supposed to be able to say whatever you want, but then here's the caveat: as long as it don't hurt somebody else from another racist feelings, or all that kind of stuff, right? And you notice that was never a thing before. It never was a thing before when you could just beat up on black people, when you could just say whatever you want about black people and just dog black people, right? It wasn't a thing. Censorship wasn't a thing when you was able to beat down black people and talk about black people like a dog. But now that black people are starting to wake up, starting to read books, and so now we're not even talking about people like dogs. We're not even bashing people. We're not degrading people or anything like that. They'll simply just shut us down just because you're reading a fact out of a book that is just uncomfortable for people to hear. It's literally why we're being shut down right now. Censorship right now is censorship. The reason why censorship is so heavy right now is because people don't want their crimes and their bad, their ways, their bad deeds being called out. It's uncomfortable for you to believe, for you to live in this bubble like everything is so great and that you are so great. But then when people start to bust that bubble, it's like, wait a minute, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna write a letter to this person, that person, whoever I got to stop what you're saying, because I don't want what you're saying to get out. And that's what's going on. It says they eat, they drink, they married wives. They were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered the ark. What happened when Noah entered the ark?
The Most High flooded the earth.
Right, the Most High flooded the earth. But another thing that happened is everybody knew that what Noah was saying this whole time was for real. Then that's when everybody realized what the hell he was talking about. Now they at the ark like this, boom, 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 now you want to help. Now you want to do something, but you can't get in the ark now. It's over. Like I gave you the chance. I was building it. I mean, the ark is, I don't know how many cubits. They say it's sitting in the top of a mountain. You ever heard that, right? And they said and you're supposed to be able to see it from satellite. From the satellite, when you look down at this hill, it's like it's just unusual the way it's shaped. And so that's where they're saying that the ark is. Go ahead, my bad. Mount Ararat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's there. You can do the whole thing. They did. It's a biography on it,
mm-hmm.
Video document about
mm-hmm.
it. They did the whole thing, and also he dug into the actual inside of it, and he found animal.
The animal remains. See,
and it's date back to the time of Noah.
Right. Hey, let people keep saying that the Bible ain't real, but like that's what people understood at that time. People understood at that time that what Noah was saying was real. When Noah was talking about the things that the Lord told him to tell everybody, they knew that the Lord was real and that everything that Noah was saying was real at that time. All right. It says, and Noah entered the ark. Read on.
And the flood came and destroyed them all.
Right. And the flood came and the flood destroyed everybody.
Verse
28.
Verse 28. Likewise, also, as it was in the days of Lot.
It was also the same way in the days of Lot. What was going on in the days of Lot?
They were having, they were fornicating a lot, like homosexuality and just running rampant with demonic.
Right. Sodom and Gomorrah is known for their alternative lifestyles that they used to have. Right. And because of their alternative lifestyle, the Lord said, you know what? Find me one righteous, find me a couple righteous brothers out of there. And you know what I mean? And remember, Abraham couldn't find nobody out of there. Nobody. So the Lord like, okay, look, I'm just going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. That's it. And and I'm going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. That's it. Just don't look back. I was going to make a pun against women, but I don't want to do that because just had to look back. Had to be nosy. Now she a pillar of salt. I forgot what movie I was watching. It was like a comedy, and they were trying to act like they found a pillar of salt. It was something that they had put together. It was funny. It was like the pastor was trying to dupe his parishioners. He knew if he could show them or get relics from the Holy Land, that the people would just give up all their money, and so they was over there like lying and making up stuff. Go ahead. You got it.
I was on YouTube, and these two gay pastors. The title of the video is "Can You Be Gay and a Christian?"
That's the title?
Yeah.
Okay.
These two homosexual pastors speaking out their own mind, never pulled a scripture, but this other guy, it was like a debate. He's pulling scriptures, but he doesn't pull the obvious one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, those two pastors would debate.
Anybody, they could debate a trooper and a trooper.
Right, but like, on a broader
yeah.
like, calling to cross the line.
Yeah, and that's what you could do. You know, when you see stuff like that, and you well, I don't feel like I'd be having to say anything to him, but if you feel like you just have to say something, tell him call in across the line.
They're calling it what?
Cross the line radio.
But if they call in, their congregation would probably tune in,
right,
and see that y'all are in a church that's ran by demons.
Right. So it actually could be a good tool as far as okay, what if they are bold enough to call in? And they may call in, and the people who follow them may call in as well. And then, you know, their followers that may think that what they're selling us is the truth will get to find out the actual truth. And then, you know, yeah. There's always ways to fish. If you feel like you gotta say something, you don't gotta get on there like you know what I'm talking about. You ain't gotta get on there, you know, going all emotional or anything like that. But you can get on there and say, hey, you know, call in the Cross the Line Radio. And so like, could you read 28 from the top?
The
water.
This is Luke 17 and 28. Likewise, also as it was in the day of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built.
Right, they did everything. Right, they bought, they sold, they planted. What does that sound like? They was making money. You know, they was making money. They was doing whatever they had to do. They making money. They building the city up, just like now. America's so capitalistic. I mean, that's all anybody thinks about right now is money. The Bible tells you that money is the root of all evil, but in America, that is the sole thing on everybody's mind. I don't care who you are. Money ran across your mind at one point in time. I'm like, man, you know, I want to see if I can still make me some, but I understand that. You know, no matter what I try to do, I may try to start this Fortune 500 company or something, but I can't be mad if it don't work out for me. You know what I mean? Because I understand that it really doesn't matter. None of this really matters. Hey, they didn't approve. Joe Biden approved Ukraine to shoot long range missiles to Russia. In a while, your money ain't gonna mean nothing when it really kick off. Because what people understand and what people see is America's behind it all. How America's not going to be able to keep doing all this stuff and then hiding its hand. Everybody understanding we can't keep, backing people to topple regimes to try to put somebody in the presidency that we want and all that kind of. We can't go around the earth doing all that before somebody says, you know what, I want it with the bully, and send something our way. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's going to come a time where we ain't gonna be able to hide. It's going to come right to us. So I get. Next time it happens, I'll just turn the camera. Just click it off. Okay, come on. Oh, no sweat. And so yeah, they just approved for long range missiles. I can't put my hands up too high. I just gotta long range missiles. So like, go ahead, Tazaiwa.
But I think that it's just another way, because the Democrats and this is for all the women out there who wanted who wanted to vote for
Kamala.
The Democrats, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. Well, they was going to vote for Joe Biden before they found out that he was incapable of even walking and standing up on his 2 feet. But women were going to vote for this. This is what women wanted. Women wanted to vote for Kamala Harris because of reproductive rights and all that other kind of nonsense, right? But what they see is that right now, Trump is about to be in office in about a month and a half, right? Now, before they leave office, they're going to start a war and escalate a war in Russia.
Yeah.
That just shows you that what they're trying to do, the Democrats, because they such sore losers, they're going to try to burn the damn house down before they leave. And that's what they're trying to do. At the end of the day, they're trying to burn it down, and then they don't want to have like how a lot of those left wing ideology Democrats like to say, well, we got to have a peaceful transfer of power.
Yeah.
They don't want to have no peaceful transfer of power, because why would you escalate a war when the last 30 days of the president's, until the next president-elect is installed into office.
And that's how devious Esau is, right? Esau will start this war. So that now when he leaves and they transfer everything over, right? And then now Donald Trump comes in with his new cabinet and his new staff. Now he got to deal with all the BS that you didn't start it. You know what I mean? Now he got to come in, be diplomatic, but then say like, if it doesn't, okay, 4 years is not a long time to get things done. That's actually 4 years is pretty fast. So if you're not able to get things done in 4 years, then that's actually like a sting on your presidency. Like you didn't accomplish all of the things that you were supposed to accomplish, Slaki.
And if I could, because the left wing media, like MSNBC, CNN, all of those left wing media machines or whatever, this is what they're going to say. 2 or 3 years from now, they're going to say, well, Donald Trump had us at war. We was in war. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they completely put out disinformation. But with the whole thing that's crazy about it is the voter base that they have, which is silly, stupid, dumb sisters. You know what I mean? And
right.
that's just,
that's just the truth.
You know what I mean? If you're not silly, stupid, dumb, and you're a sister, then this doesn't apply to you.
Right.
But this is what happens when we because they play so much of they play our sisters against us, the men. You know what I mean? By having them up here, on the front line about abortion rights, when the whole thing about the Democrats is the Democrats are. I remember real quick, if I could, it was like I heard Malcolm X when he said the difference between a fox and a wolf is, and this is and I'm going to use the Democrat Party as the fox and the Republican Party as the wolf. Both of the two animals, they want the lamb chop on their plate. And I'm paraphrasing how Malcolm X put it, which was a good analogy. He said both of them want the lamb chop on their plate. It's just one is they're going to go about it different ways. The fox is going to try to act like he's a friend to the lamb, but at the end of the day, he wants the lamb chop on his plate. The wolf automatically is a wolf, so he can't hide. You know what I mean? It's already out there that he wants to have the lamb chop on his plate. That's how it is with Democrats and Republicans. The Democrats have completely beguiled women and men and Hollywood to basically be on their side because they have mastered the art of how they can get black people on their side. You know what I mean? All while they still want the power, they still want the lamb chop on their plate. They just going to go about it in a different way. That's not going to look as mean or vicious. And the Republicans are just going to let you know that we just want the lamb chop on the plate. That's the only difference between the two. The two both want power. They both want power, and on either side, it doesn't include black people.
Period.
Right.
That's what it boils down to.
Right. So
they both want power.
So for all the women who basically, wanted abortion rights and all that, this is what comes along with it. Joe Biden literally, like you said, which was a heavy point, he literally authorized long-range missiles to go into Russia to basically escalate the war.
Yeah, for what?
Now when our aunts and uncles and cousins have to go over there, you just got to know that this is what you wanted to vote.
That's what you voted for. You voted for your aunts and uncles to go over there and be on the front line. That's that's it. But if look, I'm telling you, if you read this book right here, you would not vote for like Planned Parenthood or aborting your babies or anything like that. This book right here is by Margaret Sanger. This is all the different stuff that she was writing before she actually said, that they wanted to exterminate the Negro. Because that actual quote ain't in here. It's in the Negro Plan or the Negro Project somewhere around here. But this is her whole, like, when she was growing up, her whole ideology on, like, her whole ideology on why she feels the way she feels. And when you read it, the reason why, the main reason why she feels the way she feels, because her mom and her family wasn't able to, like, when they had babies, they wasn't able to keep them. And specifically to her, she had about, I forgot how many kids it was, but like 3 of them was like feeble. They was like weak kids. She was having weak kids. A couple of them sickly. Yeah, they coming out sickly. Some of them did miscarriages.
Was it her mother that had the miscarriage?
Yeah, and I think her mom too. Both of them. And then by that's what shaped her views on, pretty much having like the survival of the fittest, the strong survive. But you're the one that's having the weak kids. We're not having weak kids. We're not having the weak and feeble kids. But her ideology just trickled over to the people that she hated. And so, how you ever heard of that term projection? So it's like whatever's going on with you or whatever, however you feel or what's ever bad about you, you say that that's what's actually happening about somebody else. That's not really what's going on with you, but I'm just projecting what's my feelings and what's going on with me on you. You feel me? So she's projecting, we're not having the weak kids. We're not having the feeble kids. You are, but you're making it seem like we are. And that, because of that reason, now we have to start aborting our babies because our race is weak somehow.
In the medical field, the doctors say that Black women have, like, our babies are like low birth weight.
Yeah.
Why can't it just be Black women that have smaller babies?
It just be like smaller babies, yeah. Yeah.
Why do we have to produce 9 and 10 pound babies?
Yeah.
That's what white women are doing.
Uh-huh.
They're 9, 10, 11
Right.
pound babies.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's Asians.
Mm-hmm.
Asian babies are huge too.
Mm-hmm.
But So what are they doing to correct if our low babies are low weight at birth? What are you doing to counteract?
Well, that's just the racism. That's just the racism in the medical field. Nobody said that a baby had to be 10 damn pounds. Nobody said a baby had to be 8 pounds when they born. As long as the baby is healthy, it doesn't matter how much the baby weigh. You feel what I'm saying, Salakia? If I may.
You know, what a lot of it is that, and this is I'm not talking about nobody in the school. Those in the school. What it is
Gotta give a little disclaimer first, like
what the oppressor understands is that black women are very stupid. This is what he thinks about black women. Black women are dumb, and black people are dumb and emotional people.
Yeah.
So whatever science that he could come up with, which is ridiculous,
pseudoscience.
Yeah, whatever he says is so dumb because he knows that we're not even going to look into it or do our own research about it. We're just going to take his perspective on it. When you got 350,000 kids that are getting boarded that are black. Black women aborted this year alone, aborted over 350,000 children, man. I know some of them kids had to be big.
Yeah.
Some of them kids had to be big. Some of them kids were small. Some of them kids was whatever. But we'll never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's the thing, like, and the reason I'm taking this approach is because, you know, it's 2024. We don't have the luxury of being ignorant anymore. Right. There's so much out here. We spend $1,000 on the phone. The only thing we watch on the phone is twerk videos, porn, and goddamn fight videos. You know what I mean? We're not watching nothing on that phone that's smart. You get my point? It's so many things, and this is why we have these classes. You know, this is why, you know, we do this every week to wake our people up out of this hell. We was at camp real quick. We was at camp this week in Trenton. I mean, we in the hood. We in the hood at camp in Trenton, and you know, some dude comes over to us and says, "What do we do for the community?"
Oh yeah. Nigga, just our presence.
It just beyond me. I don't understand. Like, we out here giving out food.
But because he didn't see you hand somebody a sandwich.
We give out food.
But nigga, what you do with the community?
We out there. We waking brothers up, telling them to get off drugs, telling them fathers to come back into the houses, telling brothers to get out of gangs, telling brothers not to commit crimes, telling sisters to get out the strip club. And a brother had the audacity to come over to us and ask us what we do for the community. When he just brought
drugs, he was going to go get high.
Right.
Because he called the other dude that was across the street, like, hey, yo, he comes walking across the street with money in his hand, looking like a junkie. Come on, man. We all know what's going on. Looking like a junkie. Then, you know, so we having this interaction with him. And then we like, well, we out here. We going to be here. You know what I mean? Well, I'm about to go around the corner. I'll be back.
Yeah. And that's the problem with our people is just that we haven't woke up. And like the scriptures say, and I'm not going to take up no more time, but that's like the scriptures say that the Lord was going to send us strong delusions.
No, for real.
The Lord was going to send those strong delusions. And it's very sad that in 2024, you know, and it just goes back to your point about Noah. You know what I mean? In 2024, with all this stuff happening, with everything that's going on in the world that's happening, the bombs got sent into Russia, everything that's going on, we're not even aware of the war that we're even in.
Right, I understand.
Because we're not even aware of the war. And that's the quickest way to lose a war is not even to understand that you're even in one.
Right. We don't even consider. Right. We don't consider that the war that's even being waged on us is like that it even is a spiritual war. Our concept of war is like guns, fists, knives, bombs. We don't even understand that there's a spiritual war. And the spiritual war that we are fighting, that they're fighting against us, it can be won. It can be won if we turn ourselves over to the Lord. You know what I mean? If we actually, you know, call on the power of the Lord can fight any battle that we want to fight. We ain't even got to worry about none of this stuff. And then if it came to the physical, could you put it over there? Cause it'd be messed. If it comes to the physical, if the Lord got your back, guess what? Then one man could, what the scriptures say, one man could take 10,000. One man can scale a damn 10-foot, 20-foot wall. It can be done. Come on now.
I mean, God, adversary, my
Our adversaries would be his adversary. I mean, yeah, you know what it say. But I do want to go back to. I want to finish this out with the Luke 17, right? I want to go Luke 17 and 28. We're going to read it from the top, and then I'm not going to stop you. We're going to go down to 31.
Okay. The book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 28. Likewise, also as it was in the day of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he is in the field, let him likewise not return back.
Right. It says, but this so likewise also we talking about the days of Noah and how the days of Noah, right? How it was back then is how it is today, you know, when the Son of Man is supposed to come back, or in the last days, right? And it says, likewise also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built it, you know, going on with their everyday life, the same way it was in the times of Noah. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. That's what the Christian, that's what the, like, okay. That's what needs to be taught. That's what's going to happen. Hold on. Oh, no. Yeah, go right there. That's what's going to happen if you don't listen to the prophets. You're gonna end up you're going so far in your lust, being so deep down, far gone into whatever you got going on, is that you're gonna miss your salvation. You're gonna miss the call, right? Luke 17. Yeah, 17 and 30. It says, but the same day that when Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Verse 30. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. So before it was water that unalived everybody, you know, when the Lord punished the earth. But this time when Christ come back, it's going to be fire and brimstone, like as in the days of Noah. All right. Verse 31, in that day, he which shall be upon the housetop and his stuff in the house, let him not come down and take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Why? You ain't got time to go in there and get nothing out that damn house. And you got to tell black people that too. You got to tell black people that from the beginning. Hey man, don't be trying to go in there and get the TV, the goddamn, yeah, you trying to go in there and get, you know, pictures and, you know, your Jordans and all that kind of stuff. Leave it. You ain't gonna have time. And what else it said? And if you in the field, let them likewise not return back. The same as when they said when the Romans was going to come. Remember when Christ said the Romans was going to come? Don't try, like, flee to the hills. Don't try to come back and try to do anything in Jerusalem. It's over. You understand? Same thing that's being told to us right here. Let me get 2 Timothy, if I could, 3 and 1. Yeah, we know we're trying to go back and get them Jordans. Sneakers is a phenomenon with black people too. Since when was sneakers like $50,000? I was watching something and the dude said that the sneakers was $50,000. I'm like, for what? It's just a regular Nike. 2 Timothy, con. I'm getting there with you, Salaki.
You know what's crazy though?
What's that? Mm-hmm.
When you're reading that, it's basically letting you know that it's the Lord is sending out warnings. Every time he planned on destroying the city or destroying something, he always sent the prophets out, and the prophets always gave a warning to the people.
Mm-hmm.
And then people just carried on their day like a normal day, didn't heed to the warning until it was like that time, that day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they said, Christ, he gonna come. It gonna be like this crazy noise, and everything gonna be dark.
Right.
You think it's morning time, it gonna be pitch black, and everything gonna be like crazy outside.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the same thing that's going on right now. We telling everybody that, yo, you know, Christ is coming back with them angels. World War III is going to happen. Prepare yourself. Get ready.
Right.
Everybody like, man, yo, what's up? 23-1?
Yeah. And then as soon as you hear that loud noise or the thunder crack or something like that, then everybody gonna be like, Lord, Lord, forgive me, Lord. I believe in you. Yeah, all the atheists, I believe in you. Uh-huh. That's what's going to sound like it to Zion.
I'm just gonna say that that's why like the pastors in these churches, they're no good. They're no good for black people.
Right.
Like that's like literally they are everybody's at agreement with going to hell.
Right.
That's really what it is. At
That's
the end of the
a
day,
good
I'm just
scripture,
using that because that's their argument that there's heaven and hell. Well, if there's heaven and hell from their perspective, then everybody's in hell.
Right.
Everybody's going. Grandma, oh, your grandma not in not looking down
like
with you on the wings.
So? Right.
Your grandma ate pork her whole life. Your grandma celebrated Halloween, Christmas, everything. Your grandma is in hell. What you say?
If you go by the Christian doctrine, of course.
Your grandma is in hell.
That's right.
She's right there with King Von and everybody else.
Look it up.
Getting tormented for eternity with demons. You know what I mean?
Hey, see, now they're thirsty.
Right. Wishing that she could come back on earth again. You know what I mean? Like, let's start being real with it. You know what I mean? Let's start being real with ourselves. If we're gonna follow, if the majority of our people is in Islam and Christianity, that's the majority of our people is in that. If you can see that that's not the way to go, because if you even look at and you read the Bible, it says 144,000. To be sealed, right? Dead or alive. So out of 144,000 people, that's why Christ hasn't returned yet, because 144,000 people ain't sealed. So if Christians have 8 billion people,
it can't be the way.
8 billion, 3 billion, or 4 billion.
It's up there though. It's a lot.
Islam got what?
It's up there too.
2.something billion, 3 billion.
Hey, it's right nipping at the heels of Christianity.
Right.
The fastest growing religion right now.
Right. So that mathematically will show you that that's not even the way. Because if it was, then Christ will return.
He would have been back.
If we could sing Christ back, he would already be here. Because we sing, we dance. We're the entertainment to white people. Yeah. Like, it's like,
no, that's. Hey, like, just bring up a chair. No, that's real. That's real. That's real. Let me get 2 Timothy 3:1. Singing is not going to bring Christ back. All that singing in the church. You remember the last singing I did? I seen a Christian dude was a video, right? It was, what's the little dude name? What's the guy's name? Kirk Franklin. And he was on the stage doing something, and the dude was doing it with him. Yeah, this is not going to work. And you could tell he's in the stadium. You could tell wherever he's at, he's on the stage, and there's a lot of people in that place. And those people in that place hold them Christians up to, up to high regard. You know what I mean? And what Tazaiwan is saying is, if the Bible talks about 144,000 men being sealed in their foreheads, right? Sealed. That's, the governing body of Christ. If we had those 144,000 already, Christ will be back. So then if Christianity, which purports to be followers of Christ, and it's 3 million, 4 million, well, you said billion. Oh, wait. So if it's 3 billion, if it's 2.4 billion, right? And all of these people claim to follow Christ and be staunch followers of Christ. Why isn't the 144? Why isn't Christ back yet? That's because there's something wrong with Christianity. If you got, I don't know, check that number for Islam. I don't know how many, what's the number for Islam, but they claim to follow Christ as well. Between both of the religions, there should be 144,000, right? Because they say that they don't separate one from the other. They follow. You have to follow Christ to be a Muslim. Go ahead.
1.9 billion.
right up there, nipping at the heels, like I said, right? And Christ ain't back. So there has to be something fundamentally wrong with Christianity or Islam. What's wrong with it? It's the religion of the oppressors.
Right.
That's it. It's the religion of the oppressors. Other than that, Christianity, they use the same book, right? They use the same book, but their interpretation is wrong. Now, Islam, it's nothing good to say about Islam. What they don't use the same book. However, okay, Islam is an amalgamation of Islam is an amalgamation of stories, right? Because when you read it, if you actually read the book, you'll see that they took some stories from the Talmud that's not in the Bible. You'll see that a lot of the stuff that they learned is not here. A lot of the stuff that they wrote about in the book is actually in a different book. It doesn't count. It's not biblical.
And then why would we want to follow Arabs?
It's foolish.
The Arabs,
They were slave owners.
The Arabs owned all the liquor stores, all the chicken spots,
Yeah.
all the, you know what I mean, all the 7-Elevens. Like, I mean, why would we want to follow after them and be a second-class citizen?
To their religion, the same way. Like most people that I know, right? They don't follow after Christianity. If you ask a Muslim, it's because they'll tell you that they can't follow the religion of their oppressor. That, you know, white people had us in slavery, all that kind of stuff. You know, they can't follow. The Arabs did the same thing. Same exact thing. And it was worse. Hey, the Arabs was cutting your gems off. Yeah, they was making you eunuchs. They'll make you a eunuch they'll make you a eunuch for the simple reason that they'll make you a eunuch, right? Make you watch over their women, make you watch over the harem of women that they didn't stole. Your brothers, your sisters, right? So they'll cut your Jones off just so that you won't have a sexual desire to mess with the women that's in the harem.
Right. Real quick, I just want to make this point real quick. And, you know, black people are just in the Negro section of the mosque.
Of course.
The same way as the church. We're in the Negro section of the church. Like, when you look at, like, these...
They don't pray together, if I may. They don't pray together.
Right, exactly. That's what I was getting to. They don't pray together. Those Arabs, when we was out there when Sandra Bland got killed, when Freddie Gray got killed, and we was out there on protesting and stuff like that, there was no Arabs out there. None of them Arabs were saying, none of those Arabs go and say, you're not going to harm my Muslim brothers that are in America. Mm-hmm. You police, you are not going to harm my black, Muslim brothers that's in these hoods or whatever, because they could give a damn about what happens to black people. Mm-hmm. They could give a damn. They just use black people because they know that we have a voice and people tend to follow after us, and that we can be we could be that catalyst that could bring more people into Islam.
Right.
At the end of the day, that's all the Arabs want. And then furthermore,
and to frequent their stores.
Right. And when you can't even go to take your shahada, you can't even go take your what's that thing when you go to Mecca? Your
Hajj. Not Hajj.
Yeah, you gotta go through a board. You gotta go through a board in Mecca, and then you gotta get approved. You can't just go and just say, all right, I'm gonna get on a flight tomorrow because I believe. I'm gonna get on the flight tomorrow and go to Mecca and go take a Hajj. Yeah. You know what I mean, to Mecca. You have to get approved. And they're gonna, you know what I mean? Like, so why would you want to be a part of a religion where you got a race of people that's over it, that is the ones that's going to run it and basically be the ones in charge?
Hey, in that movie, and it's been a while since I've seen it, but the movie with Malcolm X, remember when he went to go take his Hajj, he found something wrong over there. I'm almost pretty sure. Didn't he find something wrong with the Hajj or how they was treated over there or something?
Well, they made him. He had to go through some red tape, of course. But the reason that they let him through was because of who he was. They knew who he was. But just imagine if you a no name dude.
Yeah, but okay, look, and then let me tell you what's going on with the Hajj, man. A bunch of paganism. I ain't even gonna go. Yeah, you can do that on your own. You could do that on your own. There's plenty of videos online where you can see. Just even type in the funniest videos is the ones where you'll see them throwing stones at the devil. So they take small stones and throw them at a bigger stone. Right. But you just see some of the dudes and how much passion they have into the rock throwing. It's crazy. No, go ahead. Yeah.
You could even say like even like what else? If you want to call this a religion or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
We still have black people over black people.
That's it.
We're the first class citizens in this religion.
That's it.
Right. So regardless of however you want to put it.
Right.
If you go Islam way, the Arabs are over that. You
Period.
go Buddhist way, the Asians are over that.
Right.
You know what I mean? You want to go Christianity way, the First Baptist Church is over that. The Southern Baptist ministers are over that. And those are white people.
Any other religion other than coming in here.
Yeah, from Mormon on down to Pentecostal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're gonna have somebody else over you.
Right. So you gotta get in line. But here we are our own government.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We have our own government, we have our own laws, our own everything. And this is why if you're a person out there that's just maybe, have that thing in your mind that, you like, man, I'm looking for the truth. Then the truth is where your people are.
Yeah. Why would you go? Why would you go to where your people at anyway?
Right.
Why would I go to somebody else and say, and then even trust that they even gonna tell me what the truth is?
Right. Because that dude who came up to us at camp, he was a 5%er. And 5%ers take something out of Islam.
5% of everything, like a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
And they're the
nonsense. It's and then, man.
Maybe you want to go back to Moors.
It's foolish. It's foolish. But at the end of the day, that guy was a 5%er the other day because he said it. He was a 5%. He was a 5%er. But at the end of the day, being a 5%er didn't teach you how to deal with your brothers. Because the first thing that you did was try to come with contention. The first thing you did was, instead of just asking the question of, what we got going on, the first thing you did is, what the hell you niggas is doing out here? Y'all don't do nothing for the community. What are you doing for the community? What the hell are you talking about? And the conversation just went left, just like super quick because.
Oh, yeah, he said he saw white Muslims.
Yeah, go ahead and you can just type your question in. You don't have to say you got a question first. Just type it in.
Yeah, he said that he saw a white Muslim.
You're right, and that's Pops right there, right? And so he says he's seen white Muslims. Right. Now, will you ever see a white Israelite? No, because there's no possibility that you could ever come up in here. None. So guess what? That means that your kids are safe when you come in here. Nobody's not going to let the oppressor in here so he can sit in the back and plot on how he going to take out everybody in this damn room.
Right.
But the actual church will, because they have this fear that they're going to go to this. They have this fear that they're going to go to this hell that they've been taught about. Dante's Inferno that they've been taught about, when that's far from the truth. And because you've been duped into believing these false doctrines, now you don't even see the enemy when he's standing right there at the damn doorstep. Like, he literally knocked at the door. The enemy knocked on the door, and you didn't even know he was the enemy. That's crazy. Goes back to what you said earlier about us not understanding that we're in a war. Why? Because we think we tough. We think we understand what war really means, but we not, man, because the toughest, I'm going to tell you, the toughest dude that you see out there, name the toughest dude. I don't know. Name the toughest one in Philly. Name the toughest one. And he pray. He pray. He's actually pray. And not only is he pray, that brother is kind. He's only living like that because of the experiences that he may have went through in the environment that he's living in. That's it. He's a chameleon. He's living like that because he has to. But is he really like that? Come on now. No. Let me get, if I could, like I said, go ahead and type in your question. So we got to get these questions. The sister said, if she's divorced from her husband, does Romans 7:1 stand or 1 Corinthians 7 stand? So as the brothers is reading, I'm gonna go ahead and Yeah, look at these and see what's going on. Could you read? What'd you say? Oh, okay.
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. You want that?
7-1. Yeah, you can go ahead and
2 Timothy 3, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. Verse 3, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despiser of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God.
yeah, but remember, hold on, real quick, because I hear you. Okay, so when it comes to the other one, right? Romans, the first chapter, it says that the law. So when you in Christianity, you don't have a concept of the law. So that's not even going to be. Yeah, you're legally divorced. If I could, Elaine Brooks, are you legally divorced? No, not that, because it's, remember, look, this is how Romans, and I'm gonna just start off Romans on my own. What was it? Romans 7, right? I'll just start Romans 7. Romans, the 7th chapter, verse 1. It says, "Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law." Period. So when you got married under, whatever that the Christian banner, and it's saying that, the husband is bound to the woman and woman bound to the, it's speaking to them that know the law. She got divorced outside of the truth. She got divorced still in the world in Esau's kingdom. But once you come into the truth and you understand the laws of marriage, then you know that when you get a man now and you have sex with a man now, which sex is marriage, right? You have sex with a man now, that's it. Hey, yeah, now that's it. Hey, you better make it work. You better figure it out. I don't care how long it take. Hey, you cannot speak for a month, 2 months, 3 months. Nigga, get it. Hey, eventually you get in there and yeah. I mean, that's the best I can. So like it. That's the best I can. Okay, so now okay, so now that's two different things. That's just two different things. Now the issue with you is you're legally married, right? But you're sitting in here. Now you understand that sex is marriage in here, right? You understand that Christ said that you can't divorce unless it's for fornication or no, for adultery. So if you're sitting in here, right, and you're still married, as long as that, and because now you know the truth, you know that you can't divorce or anything like that, right? So now that you understand the truth, hey, yeah, you gotta that's your man. That's your man. And because you know why? Look, he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. You didn't sleep with nobody, right? But one thing that the Bible does tell you is the conversation can be won over by the man or woman. So as you in here and you doing what you doing, and he see you changing, and he see you like, wait a minute, this sister got a new spirit. This sister didn't turn things around, like whatever. He see like something different in you, like a new light, a new shine, a new glow. That might win him over to come and see what the hell we talking about in here. He might be like, who the hell is them niggas that you talking to? Hey, because they got you right.
Well, who you are you referring to?
Your husband.
My husband as the instrument.
Are you married to a black man?
don't believe in nothing.
Are you married to a black man? He's an Israelite. Your husband, hey, your husband is an Israelite, regardless if he believes. Okay, regardless if he believes in being an Israelite or what he believes in. I'm sure it's Islam, right? Regardless of that, huh? What the hell? What do we believe in?
He don't. My legal husband don't believe it.
So when you coming into the school right now, right?
Right.
You're legally married to a man right now. No, it ain't no, I guess. It's are you married to him or not?
On paper, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you're married to that man, and then you probably go home to him, don't you? When the last time y'all talk? What's going on with that?
We've been separated for 20 years. We've been separated about many years.
We'll get counsel on that. Yeah. Because you still married on paper, but you in here making them plates. Nah. No, you don't do what you want to do.
We don't have literally like our son is 25 years old. The only part we still married is he won't put my name on my property. I don't care. I just refuse to give him to anybody. But I mean, I just like the divorce.
Oh, so I'm gonna say for this right here, right? I'm gonna say for this right here, you got to get counsel. You got to get counsel because no, not you. Elaine Brooks, it says she knew the law because our husband told her he could not deal with her because she was married. Of course, that's the law. Right. If I know my wife just now slept with another man and she belongs to another man, if I now in turn sleep with her, what am I doing, Taziyad? I'm committing adultery. And I'm not being a brother to the man that owns her now. You know what I'm saying? And so it says that she also stepped out on him after she came into the truth, or after she came into the truth, and her husband took her back. He wanted to know how to deal with her. So in that situation, you got to go to counsel.
Yeah,
it's no other way to, you gotta go to counsel. And that's actually a good question too.
what you can't leave is like,
yeah, if you are I would say if you are in the school, if you're in this school, then you need to get with your camp leader, of course, because that needs to be dealt with. And if you're not in the school, then also you can still call the school and get counsel. Yeah, you can always get counsel. Of course, if nobody answered, then call the next man. Try to call the next man in line, or one thing that you can do is the head counselor of the school is General Hyman. And so on like Thursday class, when he's teaching the class, you can call in and get that question answered. That's the best way to handle that. And I think that maybe Captain Tazariak might be maybe next in line after General Muhammad. So, those would be the two people that I would try to call to get counsel from. That's tough. Second, what you say?
Me having the beamer get stolen, and then all of a sudden the person who had it.
Yeah, I don't want you back. Hey, let me tell you something right now, man. Let me tell you something right now, man. You sleep with somebody, I don't want you back. What the scriptures say about what the scriptures say about you with somebody else, you with somebody else. What the scriptures say about a woman who is with another man? That land is greatly polluted. Go ahead, Salaki, if I may. Jeremiah 3:1, Salaki.
They say if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again?
Mm-mm.
Shall not that land be greatly polluted?
Right.
but thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord.
Right. So, um,
Yeah, you
no, what was you saying?
So it sounds like he's saying that basically she belongs. He always belonged to her husband. She just basically committed adultery.
No, when you, yeah, well, no. When you, okay, so I have a wife, or I have multiple wives, right? If one of them go and sleep with another man, that's it. That relationship is over, because we believe that sex is marriage. So once you have sex with another man, you just committed adultery, but you also just tied yourself in a union with this man.
And that also be considered fornication.
And yeah, it's illicit sex. It's you just committed adultery. You don't belong to me anymore. So if you don't belong to me anymore, but I just can't wrap my head around the fact that you're a whore, and I just gotta have you. I just gotta have you for whatever reason. Then now I'm committing adultery when I choose to sleep with you again. Yeah, how is that? That's what. And then let me tell you why that's wrong, right? Let me tell you why that's wrong. Because that's what people in the world is doing. Like in the world, that's what we is doing, passing women back and forth, passing them around. I don't got to get all into the specifics of it, but that's what people in the world are doing. And so we have to hold ourselves to a higher standard, right? Yeah, but babe, that's wrong. That's wrong. 1 second, if I could.
It's like they say, like in the world, some brothers struggle with that. You know what I mean? Some brothers struggle with that because they have a heart. Them brothers have a heart, and they want to, and their girl go out and cheat on them, and they still want to try to keep her because they want to, try to find some way to, be able to move past it. And that's where a lot of brothers. That's why it's in the scriptures, because brothers have issues with that. You know what I'm saying? Like where they say, well, I cheated on her, so
you try to rationalize it.
She cheated on me, so we can.
It's just right, because I did all this.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't did all this. It's only right that
when you come into this truth, you understand that it's a serious union and you can't break it. So if the sister goes off, it might hurt you as a man, because you like, well, I really love this sister. I was in love with this sister, and she did this to me. So in your mind, you like, well, I want to try to see if we can move past this. But the Lord is going to hurt you for that, because what's going to happen is there's going to be nothing else that she could do to you that would make you leave. You get my point? Because it's just like if a woman left you and got pregnant by another man and then came back and then you took her back.
Oh wait,
there's nothing worse that she could ever do to you again.
She's never gonna go anywhere.
So she's never gonna totally be there with you through that relationship. She's never really truly gonna totally be there for you, because she left and she went and got another man.
That's hard to think, man. That's crazy, man.
You know what I mean? So, and this is what a lot of brothers have issues with, and I know because I've experienced it with brothers before. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, when say you might love your wife, and then she cheats on you. Well, she goes and sleeps with another guy. You still love her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You just found out.
Yeah.
Through whatever way you found out, through a phone, you went through a phone, I got you. You still love her, and the idea of it being over right then and there,
right?
A lot of brothers can't handle that. But that's why, in the truth, it teaches you how to be a man. It teaches you how to have standards, and it teaches you that a woman, if you're a man of God, then you deserve better, and you'll get more women. You'll get another woman in her place that won't cheat on you and go stay with another man.
Hey, call me. But so Miss Brooks, so hey, so Miss Brooks, so okay, so now, so that the girl went away and did whatever she did, but once the brother took her back, he committed adultery. But that's still his rib now. I mean, it's nothing else. Nothing you can do, man. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing you can do. Hey, but try and get another rib. I'll help you.
Okay, real life scenario. A woman is with a man for 10 years, right? Let's just say 10. She knows that he's seeing other women.
Mm-hmm.
She's not seeing other men, but they got 3 kids together, right?
Okay.
They're not in the truth. Nowhere near.
So this scenario right here, because you know, shoulda, woulda, coulda, man. They take you down a rabbit hole. They take you down a rabbit hole. So neither one, the brother or the sister is in the truth.
Neither.
So I'm moving my hand.
Nah, just take it off. Just take it off.
Go ahead. No, keep talking. Keep talking.
Okay. Scenario is
Uh-huh.
couple been together maybe about 10 years, 3 kids
I think
together.
the thing popped out.
No.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. One second,
Just
y'all.
give me 1 second, y'all.
Go to no settings. Settings. There you go. Y'all hold up 1 second, y'all.
1 second. 1 second.
Go to another one. Another one.
No.
There you go.
All right, we back.
Okay.
We back. Give me a second.
Okay. All right. Scenario is couple been together,
Uh-huh.
not legally married in Esau's kingdom,
Uh-huh.
but together. 3 kids together. He's seeing other women. She knows about it. They're beefing, of course, because neither one is in the truth and they believe in
I
Christianity.
can't back it out yet. Uh-huh.
So do a woman that's not, she doesn't know that she's an Israelite, she's just a Christian, does she have, because they're not legally married in Esau's kingdom, does she have to keep the law
She don't know the law.
so she can leave that man and she won't be?
She shouldn't. Like you're asking me something like you said. You're asking me like you're asking me for somebody that you know that you're asking it. Can they leave somebody? You what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to tell them, for one, to come and get counsel, but then 2, you're supposed to tell them with the truth. Like, no, you can't. You're not supposed to.
Thank you, because that's what I was doing. That's what I told the mom about the situation.
Or you
And
just
she
have
was
them call me.
But no, because they don't know about the truth. They don't know about the truth. Ain't neither one of them.
You know, you always want to encourage counsel. You know what I mean? Nothing is too bad to where like you can't work it out. I mean, I'm sure they can work it out. It's always something and then really when you boil down to it, it's always something that's not really that major. So I would always tell them to call and get counsel. Like, hey, are you willing to take marriage counseling? We have marriage counseling. That's what I would always do. Most of the time, people in the world be stuck into, whatever they believe anyway. So it doesn't matter if you tell them something correct, even if it whatever you tell them that is correct, they're not going to still adhere to it anyway.
Because I told the mom, either way, whether they're in the truth or not, the law is the law, and so you can't deviate from that. And
who you talking about? Is somebody that you know? Does the mom know the law? Or
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, the mom knows, and she's
then you should be encouraging the mom to bring her behind in class, because she's sadly misinformed.
Yeah,
she's sadly mistaken.
She's adamant about, well, he's not a right.
Well, then the mom can't know the truth. She's not in the truth because, of course, you wouldn't make a decision like that. You wouldn't have that thought process if you was in the truth. So she may know that we Israelites, but that don't mean anything. That don't necessarily mean you in the truth because you know that we Israelite.
She was under the impression that only the people in the truth have to go by that. Like you can't, because the man isn't a Christian. He's
Look, the laws of God ain't just for niggas that know. It's for all of us. That's period. We all made that covenant with the Lord to say we're gonna follow this, and in return we're gonna get this. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter what somebody say. It doesn't only pertain to people who's in the truth. No, the laws of God apply to everybody. And then I'm gonna take it a step farther. It applied to more than just, black people that's in the truth. It's black people everywhere, and white people, and Asians, and you know what I mean? All of the stuff that they following is garbage. Everybody needs to be following this.
But if the law wasn't given to the other nations, then why should they have?
Well, and let me say, when we're ruling, it'll be more so like that. Okay, because right now everybody does follow whatever they follow, but when we are in rulership, it won't be, of course, none of that anymore. It's tracking, but I can't because it's still spinning.
Minimize that. Oh, minimize not minimize it, but close it, like make it smaller. Yeah, the whole tab, right, and then just go over to the open up the what's name again?
Just right here.
Go ahead and close that.
Like it's still circling. Okay, close the program.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all. Bear with me.
Okay.
All right.
You can take off the tracking right there. Okay.
Yeah. All right. And then so I think we got enough of that. Let me get you solid pretty much. Tell the sister, man, to call and get counsel, or to come in and sit in one of these classes and she'll understand. She'll understand what's going on. What you say? If I may, can I get 2 Timothy? Damn, I had a couple scriptures. Yeah.
This is the book of 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last day perilous times shall come.
What does perilous mean? Hi, Terrell. Dangerous. And know that in the last days, perilous times shall come. Right? Dangerous, of course, harsh times, right? Evil, all good words that to use, right? Verse 2.
Verse 2, for men shall be lovers of their own selves.
That ain't that true? That's like somebody being conceited. Like you just love your damn self. You don't care about anybody else. Hey, when you have a conversation with somebody else, with somebody like that, they be like, how does it go? It'd be like, oh man, I've been talking enough about me. So now just tell me what you think about me. You know what I mean? You just talk about yourself so much. You know what I mean? And all you care about from the other person, you don't even care if they talk about themselves. All you care is what they think about you. Narcissistic, right? It says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves. Read on.
Covetous.
Covetous.
Covetous. Boasters. Proud.
Right? Ain't that how people are now? People are proud. Even in the when it comes from when it's the oppressor, we just understand that he's just proud. It doesn't matter what happens. If he get caught with his pants down, how he looks, he's just super proud. But then also, black people are proud too, and we have what the hell do we have to be proud about? When you look around and you look at you step out in Philly and you step out in Wilmington, what the hell you got to be proud of? When you look around in the streets of your neighborhood, what you got to be proud of? Nothing. Right? Why the hell are we so, nose all up in the air when we walking down the street when you have nothing to be proud of with this culture, with this time, with what we have going on right now? Read on.
Blasphemers. Disobedient to parents.
Right. Disobedient to parents. Right. Kids nowadays don't listen to their parents. Go ahead.
Unthankful, unholy.
Right, unseparate. Right. When it says unholy, it's like the people nowadays the Lord chose us to be separate, meaning like we don't indulge in everything that the other nations do. We have our separate way of doing things, right? We have our own culture. But in the last days, you're gonna find men that are unholy. Like let me give you a 5%er. You're not separate. Your doctrine ain't separate. You take a little bit from here, a little bit here, 5% from here, 5% from there. It's nothing separate about you, right? Nowadays, Black people feel like we have to appease everybody. We have to agree with everything and what everybody else has going on, just for us to, I don't know why the hell we do it, but we do it because maybe we're afraid. Maybe we afraid to stand alone. We may feel that we may have less enemies if we just, agree with every damn thing. Read on.
Verse 3, without natural affection.
Right, without natural affection. Like the people that rule over Black people have no affection. Right? They don't have no affection. That's why when the scriptures say that's why the earth will never get right unless righteous Black men are ruling the earth, right? Because we're the only ones with we understand, or we will understand, how to discipline, but we understand how to have compassion too. You understand? That's why it says when the righteous beareth rule, the earth rejoices. But when the wicked beareth rule, the earth mourns. The earth is in mourning right now. Why? Because the people that we see in rulership are wicked people. And it ain't just only white people. It's everybody that rule over Black people. It's everybody that you see in our communities. I don't got it. So I'll name them because he already said it. Arabs, Africans, Japanese, Chinese, all these people, man, that you see in your neighborhood that's benefiting off of your money, your blood, sweat, and tears. All those people. And let me tell you something. The Chinese man get about $10,000 to $15,000 a week off of chicken wings from out the Black community. How many of them restaurants is on on the corners in the Black neighborhood? And let me tell you something. After he amasses $15,000 a week for, I don't know, let's just say a month. Let's just say 6 months. Do they put new nets on the basketball rim? That's like the least you can do is just put they know we like to play basketball. The least you can do is put a new net on the rim so it can go. When you shoot the damn ball, they don't even do that. And you know what they do? Take all that money, that $10,000, $15,000 of chicken wing money and fries and whatever else they selling this out that Chinese food store. They take that and send that back to China, man. They send that back to their people so their people can live luxurious in the land that they're from. They make the money over here, send it back to wherever they from, and then those people in third world countries live better than you do in a supposed first world country.
If I could, back, right? So
I
watch a lot of his I watch his vlogs where he
I remember you did.
Yeah, I watch his vlogs where he go around the world and stuff like that. Cause he got a travel vlog now.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the last episodes I watched was where he went out to this town in Africa. It was in Kenya. He was in Nairobi, Kenya. And he basically went to a village where he fed a bunch of people, and then he ran out. He spent $400, but it was a lot in their money or whatever. So he spent $400. He gets a bunch of stuff. He goes there, he gives it out, but it's not enough for everybody over there. So he tells them, "Hey, I'm going to come back." So he puts a GoFundMe up, and he gets a lot of money. I'm thinking he might have got somewhere around $5,000, but he's able to go back with 2 truckloads full of food. And my whole thing is that it's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it is what it is. People starve, people hungry, they want to eat, right? So, and then he rented out 4 restaurants in that little small town in Kenya, and he basically had he fed 500 people in those restaurants. But my whole thing was that, okay, this is a person who got his fame off of Black music.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go.
No, man, I remember the videos when China Mac used to sit in front of the projects and just try to act like this super crip.
Right.
And he had black people all around him.
Right.
You know, make it, pushing him up in the algorithm, pushing him up in the forefront of black culture.
Right.
But then now you're saying that he's
right. So he's over in Africa and he's giving all these people food and everything like that. And people are hungry, right?
Mm-hmm.
But why wouldn't you go to the people that got you where you're at? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't a celebrity to some extent come to do those same things that they do in Africa and America?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you help the children that are here to eat? You know what I mean? There's plenty of children that go without eating here.
Man, where all them niggas that kept you safe in the hood?
Right.
Why ain't none of them in where you said he's at?
He's in Kenya.
Oh, I thought he was in the
Vietnam. Like,
yeah.
He be traveling all over the place.
Yeah, where's one of them crip niggas that's from, the Mozzie projects or wherever you was at,
right.
From Brooklyn. Where they at? He don't got none of them. He left them in the projects, man.
Right.
He used them to get on. That's all we are, man. It's just a stepping stone.
Right. And
that's all we are.
And that was just my point, is to say, you know what I mean? Like, to your point, which was heavy, is just that, we gotta really, like, even if we just take Black History Month,
mm-hmm.
and just take Black History Month and not worry about like what George Washington Carver did with a peanut, or the stoplight, or the first person to do open heart surgery, or the automatic gear shift. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about where we're at now, and then how we can strategize to have a better
every year they talk about the peanut.
Right. But let's stop talking about the peanut. We got peanut butter. It's great. Everybody loves it. But at this point, let's move on and let's talk about the best way to strategize moving forward.
That's real. That's real. Every year we talk about stupid stuff. I mean, who like the stoplight? Okay, it's great. Green, you move through. Yellow, you start to slow down. Yellow actually means speed up. And then red, you stop. You know what I mean? That's great. Yeah. Those are great achievements to, America's culture. You see what I'm saying? But how has those achievements moved Black people forward? They haven't moved us forward. And then the people who did create them are broke now. Right? They broke down. So if I could, 2 Timothy 3:3, please.
I got it.
Yeah, if I may. So it says this also, 2 Timothy 3:1, it says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, meaning dangerous, unsure times are gonna come, right? It's gonna be bad for Black people out here. And guess what? Right. And guess what those perilous times are supposed to do? And make you come together. You know what I mean? Wake you up. Smell the coffee beans and understand we in the times of Noah. And Lot, that's the only scripture we got to today. Was that one and this one? And the times of Noah and the times of Lot to wake you up. You see what I'm saying? So we don't repeat history again, and so that we can come together. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say whatever the Lord increase you with. You see what I'm saying? There is no when you read the Bible, there is no limit. That it doesn't say, "Hey, thou shalt have this many women," right? That's not to say because there's no cap on the women that you're allowed to have. That doesn't mean a man should go out and try to just get every woman on earth. Because Paul said that I would have you be like me. and have none. Because look, let me tell you something, man. It's a lot when you're dealing with these women out here, man. And women can take you away from the truth. I have seen it done before. Women can take you right on up out of here. So in some cases, if you're the type of brother that you sway in the wind with anything a woman says, then you probably shouldn't even be focused on that when you come in here. You just need to focus on raising up Israel, like building yourself, making yourself stronger, and building up Israel. That shouldn't even be like your number one focus. Now, if the Lord increase you and give you a wife, and somehow after the the courting process it works out, then it works out. But if you the type of brother that you might not need one.
And a lot of women want to get into marriages until your husband tell you to shut up, and then you'll be the next person surviving the call.
Hey, so the first time you tell her to shut the hell up. Oh man, he was just so mean to me. He called me a bitch, and he told me to shut up, even though I was wrong though. He told me to shut up. You got something back there? Oh, okay. Even though I was wrong, he told me to shut up. Yeah. Yeah. So there is no. Well, that remains to be seen. That remains to be seen. You know why I say that remains to be seen? Because we've seen too many women come in the doors and say the same thing. And then as soon as they get a husband, now they're calling me. Now they're calling Tazaiwan. And we're in a council because of you not being what you said you are. You saying, I'm not like this. I ain't like this. I don't do that. But then as soon as a man tell you, hey, I need a plate or I'm hungry or something like that, and you don't do something, or he tell you to do something and you don't like it, and he say, bitch, get the, you know what I mean? And then, not to say that that's always going to happen. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm just, giving you an example. Then, hey, them tunes change real quick. You start singing a new song real quick, like, I ain't signed up for this. Who number do I got to hear? General Hyman, General whoever.
So you never had a case where a man is you?
Hold on 1 second. One second. I got you. I got to get the brother, though.
Or when the brother don't get it from home, he goes out. And he stays out, and he never comes back.
And if he go home, right?
You cheating on me?
Right?
Who is she?
Right. That could turn into something else, right?
Yeah.
Right. That could turn into something else. Like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing at home, or maybe you are doing, but he just don't want to be there, and he want to be over here. And then you start acting the way, however you act. You know what I mean? But go ahead, sis. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. You know why? It's like that. Hold on real quick. Let me get this point. You know why it's like that? Because when you come into the school, right? Let me just use the school, and you coming into the school because you're here right now. And you go through your 6 months, right? And then say you like a brother or a brother likes you, and you start to go through the courting process. That's the point of the courting process, so that you can find out everything you need to find out about him, and he can find out everything that he needs to find out about you, because now we are in a place, in a position where we can't unmarry. So why would I even, if you somebody that I don't see myself with 20 years from now, I'm gonna call it off. Hey, Tazaiwan, hey, I don't want to be with this sister. I see some things that's, some red flags. I want to call this courtship off. Or the sister, hey, I don't want to be with this brother. Hey, I like him. He might be cute. He might be this. He might be that. But I don't like his ways. So then that saves you. That now it's on you to put your big girl pants on and make a big girl decision. You see what I'm saying? Like before, we just go off of just sex and, whatever emotion and how you feel. But now it's different. Now you gotta actually make a decision. Like, okay, so this is the situation that's put in front of me. I got this dude. I really like him. I can see myself with him. Now, if he feels the same way about me, I feel like I can deal with it, because a year from now, y'all know how relationships go. 2 years, 3 years in, 4 years in, when you start to have them problems, right? Because problems do arise. Can I deal with these problems with this person? You see what I'm saying? Can I deal with the problems with this person? You see what I'm saying? The hell, start an argument. And see how the argument goes, and then yeah, okay, well, okay, but maybe I can deal with this person, and let me tell you another caveat. If he does tell me to shut up, I'm gonna do it. Right, and then I'll deal with him 20 minutes later. I'll deal with him 30 minutes later. I'll deal with him in an hour when it's cool to start talking. You know what I mean? Because most relationships, it's just like that. Y'all be hot for a second, man. And if you in a relationship where y'all both digging each other, y'all end up talking again. It's nothing. It's not that serious. Not serious enough to go get another rod or nothing. It's not that serious. Another rod, like go sleep with another man. You know, get another D.
Also, I also expect Satan to play his tricks while y'all courting.
Say that again.
Also expect Satan.
Also expect Satan also play his tricks while y'all courting, because he may make everything seem right. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all might not make it all the way to that 6-month rule or whatever y'all start dating. Next thing you know, that first date end up being marriage. And next thing you know, 3 weeks in, y'all fussing the argument.
Yeah.
You know
So just, you just take it serious. When you come in here, you start to shed yourselves of the world. That's what the whole 6 months thing is, right? It's not like we trying to keep you from having sex or we trying to, oppress you or anything like that. What that is that's just simply enough time for you to start to shed yourself. Right. We all got these. We all we all have been subject to like all these different doctrines that we didn't taken in, all these different philosophies we didn't taken in. And these different doctrines and philosophies may shape us. And that's how we act today. That's how we view the world. And that's how we do things. When you come in here, you have to shed yourself of all that. Remember, Christ said that you got to be as this baby. So a babe or as this young child, you're able to just, get rid of what you already knew, what you thought you knew, and then you just soak in the truth. You just get retaught, and then, you just take it from there.
Yeah, my red was talking about, like, I already know what you watching. You already know what you watching. You watching YouTube. She talking about 50-50 and all that. Like, when has that ever been, like the forefront of an argument? You know what it is? It's because the older women follow the younger women today. And the older women watch the younger women on these podcasts and watch the younger women on like the 20v1s and the Pop the Balloon challenge and all that kind of stuff. And it clouds up your mind with stuff that is not supposed to be there. You know what I mean? Because when have that ever been when has that ever been a issue in the black community between men and women? Going 50-50?
Yeah.
How? When both of us is bringing stuff to a broken table. I don't get it.
Like I said, I don't believe in America as a 50-50 system. Because when you go to court and it's asked for child support and alimony and everything else, it ain't 50-50.
Yes.
It's all coming out on one paycheck.
And that's mine. And that's my paycheck. I'll tell you who paycheck is coming out. It's coming out of mine.
Like everybody I know is in a relationship, aka marriage, you're going 50-50. Because the men don't provide 100% most of the time. So yeah, you gotta go 50-50.
It's okay for you to provide more, is what he's saying. Okay, look. Let me put it like this. No, first, let me get what you said before let me get you.
In Islam, it was the man provide. Now, that it was never happened. Okay.
Right, because understand.
He came with the table and all the rest of that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, what you come to the table with? We'll see what's going to happen to you. No, see, you're maintaining what I've already obtained.
Right.
But I also looked at it like this. I felt like I lacked as far as the religion.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was constantly being spun. That's why I'm here now.
You was.
Huh?
You was.
Okay, and guess what? What's spinning back? Guess what? Now I'm my boss.
Right. So let me tell you something.
This is my table, my house. I pay the bills. So you already know the rest of that.
Well, moving forward, moving forward. If you get a husband, right?
Yeah.
Do not take that same approach. Like this is my everything. This is my. Don't take that approach.
Okay, I don't have a problem with you. I don't. Let's be honest now. Give me what I need.
I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna get to Zion and then I'm getting out of here.
But
No, that's real. That's real.
you know,
No, that's real. That's real.
What I was gonna say is that what you bring out is having a good class today. I just want to say that the reason that that's even a topic of the conversation, if you look at it like with open eyes, the real thing is that women are comparing black men to white men, and because the white man can provide, the white man can do this, the white man can do that. We all know everything. He got some nice cars, houses, everything like that. So we because we watch Love and Hip Hop, because we watch the Love and Hip Hop first, Housewives of Atlanta. We watch all of those different shows. Our wives watch those. Our women watch that. We base our relationships off of a comparison to the oppressor, and because like the scripture said that envy not the oppressor. Right. So because our women, they envy the oppressor and what he could do for his woman, they hold those same standards to a man who is a black man. And the thing is, it's going to be 20 times harder to be able to do those things. So, and then anyway, you don't want to raise your daughter to go out here in the world and have the mindset that a man has to pay for every damn thing, because that could be a very dangerous thing. Right. Because and I'm gonna tell you how it's dangerous if I could, Bataza Pa, because you look at the whole Diddy case, the whole thing with Puff Daddy, with Diddy. Diddy was what we considered a high value man, a man that's gonna pay for everything, a man that's gonna make sure that you don't have to want for anything. But the only downside to that is that he's going to have you having sex with other men. Right. He's going to have you blowing rod at the party. Right. You know what I mean? He's going to have you doing the things that you wasn't taught to do by your parents. So it's very dangerous when you start telling a woman, you should just get a man to pay for everything. Right. Because let me tell you what's going to come with that. Rod was going to come with that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, that's true. Look. If a woman just wants the man to just do everything, right? What ends up happening here in America? If you're going out that house 24/7, you working to take care of that house, what happens? What does she say? You ain't around enough. You working too much. So then what does she do? She goes to some false sense of security. Right. She goes sleep with somebody because she thinks that you're gone so much. In return, it's just all wrong. It's just all going to just ruin a relationship.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's why you got like Sweetie, Sweetie, Megan Thee Stallion. You got all of those women who have failed relationships because they jumped from one millionaire to the next millionaire. Because once that brother starts to pay for everything, he's not going to tolerate your mouth. Once he's paying for everything, he's not going to tolerate your mouth. He's not going to tolerate the things that you think that you're going to be able to do and say. And so what's going to end up happening is another brother's going to get in your ear and say, "Oh man, he's treating you like that. I can treat you like this," like i.e. Derek Jackson and all of them.
That's funny.
Seps, the king of the seps who go out there and tell women what they want to hear. And this is why women have that mindset. Not all women. I'm not talking about nobody in the school, but I'm just saying women have that mindset because they watch people like Derek Jackson and those dudes who get up there and tell you that a man is not a man unless he's buying every damn thing.
Yeah, that's simple. That's
when
crazy.
a woman is not going to respect you because a woman is a lion. I look at a woman as a lioness. If you're not a lion, that woman is going to take advantage of you, and you're going to be buying everything, doing everything, letting her keep her money, and not having her have any accountability. She's going to hop off on the next Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes by the minute you're not acting right, or she thinks that or perceives that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing as a man.
Con. I definitely agree. No, for sure. And I'm gonna get this last. This is it. You sure? She was about to start to try to argue with me on camera. And with that being said, I'm gonna pass the class over to Precinct Officer Thashiyum.
Good class. Hey, what we got? 1 million views?
All right, it's ISUPK security announcements. Rules for new brothers and new sisters. When a new brother and new sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. If you have interest in a particular person, seek counsel from the head. Tithing, which is a commandment. Ma'asharah means 10th in Hebrew. That's Malachi 3:8-10, and Numbers 21:18. All right. Preach fund is not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like to give, you may give. Up and coming holy convocations. We got the Feast of Dedication that's coming up. It's going to be held down in Smyrna. All right. Delaware South. That's 202 North DuPont Boulevard. All right. That's what we'll be holding, the Feast of Dedication.
Yeah,
the Feast of Dedication will be taking place on December the 25th for 8 days. You can find that information in the book of First Maccabee, chapter 4, verse 52-62. All right. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, pants, scarf, and headband, and saying that. Amijah means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amijah Shabbat, Barak, What I just said was, Lord, in the name of who the world called Jesus Christ, to the brothers, bless you. All right. Yat Matah, arms down. Sar means to turn. We're going to give the sisters a courtesy salute. Amijah means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give the sisters a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amijah Shabbat, Amijah, Barak,
Yahweh Shamar Allah Tamba Timi Avashai.
And what we said was, in the Lord, in the name of who the world called Jesus Christ, may he watch over you. All right. Yat Matah, class dismissed.
No fool home with me but